What is going on, guys? Domination. Yeah, we're going to jump into this today. I'm going to show you how I complete the domination on Hall of Fame difficulty. There are certainly some playbooks floating around, some plays with that quick through STS. I guess replacements for that play is the one that we used last year. You can go into the auction house and buy these playbooks, but they were super expensive. So I just went through the playbooks that I have and tried to find my own place. And so I found one, and I found one that works, and so that's what we're going to do. Hopefully it's not too expensive on the auction house. I really don't know, but this will give you another method, another way that I have not seen personally. And hopefully it helps you out. If you have a different method, a different playbook, or any of that stuff, you know, let me know in the comments. The more ways to complete these things, definitely the better. Of course, today we do have a patch coming out to fix the shooting supposedly in all of these game modes, I guess offline game modes. I do not know if, I don't think it's out yet. I think it probably requires an update, and I have not seen one, but this is my lineup right now. We have the Allen Iverson starter, and then a bunch of sapphires. So nothing crazy, no diamonds, no rubies, except for the Allen Iverson. So pretty much your basic one that anybody can use. Now, of course, starting off in domination, I would certainly recommend trying to do the easier teams first before you get to the more difficult, just so you can get a feel for, I guess, how the playbook works and how the plays work. I certainly wouldn't recommend going against like the Bucks or something at the very beginning. So look for things like the Pistons or the Cavs or the Bulls or some teams like that, and I think you'll be better off to start with. So the play that I've been using and the playbook that I've been using is the regular Chicago Bulls playbook. And the play is called Give 25 Keep. So of course go into your play selection and just replace whatever one you want to replace with, and put on Give 25 Keep. Of course, you can use any player you want, just depending on, it doesn't really matter. All other offensive and defensive settings I have kept pretty much the same. All right, so our play, Give 25 Keep. Show you where it starts. We're going to throw it over to Iverson. He's going to throw it to Gobert. Iverson's going to cut. And then you just do a simple layup. Not quite the same thing as the quick through STS, but I have actually found it to be super successful. And it doesn't necessarily work every time. They have gotten, I guess they do get pretty good about, I guess, adapting to the play. But it works. I mean, it works pretty good. We're going to throw it over to Iverson. We're going to throw it down to Gobert. Iverson's going to cut. And then he's going to lay it in. Now, of course, you can run, I guess, other plays if you feel like it. But I don't know. This seems to work quite a bit. And, you know, if you do get a defensive rebound, you can push up the ball. You can do run fast breaks. But if you want to play it safe, you can just pretty much run that play every single time. So one thing I definitely, I guess I forgot to mention, was that once you give the ball to Gobert, then I tell Iverson to actually cut. So I'm holding down triangle. I'm kind of trying to block off the defender with Gobert. One thing you got to be careful of, I guess, is when you get that clutter in there that you don't actually accidentally lose the ball, because if you bump yourself, they do drop it all of the time. Not like the AI when they're playing. They seem to have really good ball control, except for that time. And of course, with this play, it does not make a difference who you use. I mean, you can switch it and put it on anybody you want to. Like here, we can use Kobe. We're going to try a three. Of course, we're not going to make it because, yeah, on Hall of Fame difficulty, shooting. But they do collapse, and it does leave a guy in the corner, which is nice. And I guess another reason why I kind of like this play is that it has a lot of setup opportunity. There's a lot more setup opportunity than you might actually think when it comes to this play. Here's what the play looks like when you actually let it run, though. We'll do that real quick.
Almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
Okay, so if he just throws it to Gobert, and watch.
Gobert double teamed. Back to Iverson. Down low. Takes it down to Middleton.
Green! That was a green on Hall of Fame. But, like I said, if you don't make him cut, if you don't hold down triangle, it does leave some of the, I guess, some of your guys open. And so if you can get it to them, sometimes you'll have open threes in the corner. They'll collapse, they'll double team. The possibilities, I guess, with this play seem to be a lot more than just like a quick through STS, where you just hand it off and then somebody cuts and then you give it to them in the basket. 71%, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. It's not bad. Sometimes the play does run a little slow and take a little bit to set up, but also another thing, I do not have any bench players. And so I'm not subbing in anybody. I'm just using my 5 starters the entire time.
On the court for the Pistons. On the wings, Kennard and Snell.
Cut.
Griffin is out there with Christian Wood.
Even Kobe can make a layup. He can't shoot a 3, but he can certainly make a layup. It certainly helps when you have a guy that can make a layup, though. If you do use this playbook and do use Hall of Fame, I would certainly have a guy that's a little bit quicker. I love how they green all of these layups. Like, it's crazy how much they can actually green all of these layups. I think another thing that I noticed, especially at being on Hall of Fame difficulty, since it's a 1.75 multiplier, it doesn't really feel like you have to do as much during the game. I know sometimes, at least last year when it was on regular what was it, all-star difficulty, whenever it was on all-star, it felt like you had to do like so much in order to get it sometimes, especially when it came to historic domination. But on this one, since it is 1.75, it feels like all you got to do is win. I've had some where I've had over, well over 1,000 points just by basically doing this and not really even getting fast breaks, not really even stopping them on defense, just normally just doing this play almost every single time.
Here's Galloway. Off the mark, get a chance to trim it to single digits. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column.
Hey, Kobe cutting through and dunking. Middleton, end it with a 3. Got it. See, I don't know how much closer you got to be than that shot right there. That was literally like right on the line. But 43-25, a little slower that game anyway. But like I said, since it's on 1.75 difficulty, all you really got to do is win, right? See, just not even, I wouldn't even say that that was probably the best game. And still almost 900 points without a problem. Still plenty to get the Evo. I think you only need, what, 600 and something? I didn't even have to stress. 67%. 1 for 5 on the 3-pointers. 2 for 2 on the free throws. And so looking at the auction house, we see Bulls Playbook. It's just the regular bronze Bulls Playbook. 250. Looks like you could probably get it for 250. You could buy it for 400. Pretty simple. And I mean, like I said, the other playbooks might be better and the play might work better, because there is the Hawks, I think, and then we have also the Pistons. Look at the Pistons playbook. I'm not paying 10,000, 15,000. I'm not doing it. Hawks playbook, which is another one. I had a Hawks playbook and I just sold mine. This one, 5,000. 3,000. I mean, it'll probably end a lot higher because there's 47 minutes. Buy now. Oh, that's the 86 Hawks. 10,000. I'm not spending on 10,000, 11,000 on a playbook. And this was our reward. So, I mean, I love all the Evos. And for completing all the Evos, you get more Evos. And if you complete all of those Evos, you get a, what is it? Elgin Baylor, I think, is the pink diamond at the very end. Certainly feels like it's worth it. I've heard that this one is pretty good. He only starts off with 1 badge, but it's 30 points and 5 dunks, and that is it. So a lot of these are really easy to do. They all start off at Emerald, and I think they all go to an 84 Sapphire. At least I haven't seen any that are any different than that. But yeah, hopefully this helped. Hopefully it gives you a new playbook to use, something that at least most people at the start, at least looking at the auction house, doesn't look like anybody knows about it, or at least maybe likes it. I don't know. I find it super effective though, so if you feel like picking it up and don't want to spend 10, 15, 20,000 on a different playbook, then yeah, pick up the Bulls playbook. Anyways, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all again soon. Y'all take it easy. I'm out. Peace.